Good afternoon guys and welcome back to the channel. Chris Dennis here, putting specialist and short game performance coach. Today we're going to look at something that's big at the moment, big when you're getting back into the season, when we're eventually back into playing competitions and back out on the golf course, and that's distance control. So I know a lot of places in the UK especially are still in lockdown, so tier 4 you can play, but I'm guessing your practice time is limited. But here's some drills that you can do in your house. So that's what I wanted to do today, is give you something for your pace control that you can do in the house, do on your carpet at home, and start to really focus on, depending on how long it is, your shorter putts. So we want to reduce three putts, as we all do. In golf, we will still have some potentially, but this is going to help us on those shorter distance ones. So ideally even, I'd like you to do this over between 5 feet and 15 feet. So you're really working on your scoring putts, the ones that you want to hole out on. You've chipped up, you've got an outside chance at a par, or they're for a birdie, or they're even for a bogey. But you need to be able to get up there, have a solid routine to be able to get that pace straight away and reduce any three putts, lower your scores and help you improve. So let's have a look. Okay, so the first thing we want to talk about is a routine when it comes to pace, and we've done a video similar to this talking about how you can improve that, and we did do it on the putting green, which is now covered in snow. But looking at your target and making swings helps you take the focus away from what's the stroke doing, is it moving around, and we're now having a feel as if you was throwing a ball. So again, if I asked you to throw a ball to a hole, I would be confident in you getting that within a couple of feet. And that's the same as what we want to do here. We're wanting to think, okay, as long as I'm getting it close, even from 15 feet, we're reducing the amount of three putts potential we have. Because what I see a lot is your mid-handicap ranges, anywhere between 9, 10, up to your 28 and above, start to three putt from 15 feet. So here's a drill you can do in the house. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and hit the first ball as close to the camera as possible. So from here, in between these holes, it's 11 feet to the end. So I'm gonna have a couple of practice swings, try and get this as close as possible to the back edge of the putting green. Good, so that just touched the back edge of the putting green, so that's gone right at the edge. So I'm now trying to get the next ball just short of that. And what I'm trying to do is get as many golf balls as I can just short of the last putt I hit, all the way up to this pink ball, which has appeared in here randomly, which is around about 4 feet away. So I'm working between 11 feet and 4 feet. At home, if you're on the carpet, ideally I'd like you to do this between 5 and 15 feet. If you've got more space, do it up to 20 feet. And yes, you might say that, oh, my carpet's going to be slower than the putting green. Potentially, but what this is doing is it's getting you working on your stroke length and your tempo. So when you go onto the putting green, when we're allowed back out onto the golf course, allowed to practice as normal, it's very easy and very quick for you to set this up and repeat this on a putting green, and you'll be able to then get the pace of the green straight away. And most of the times over the season, your greens aren't going to change drastically. So here, I'm now going to try and be a little bit short of that one. So good, that's around about a foot short of that ball. And the goal, set yourself a goal. If you've got 10 feet, ideally I'd like you to get 7 balls in between the 15 and the 5. Here, I'm working with 7 feet. I'm going to still try and get between 5 and 6, and I would say that is very good. So just testing yourself, going through your routine, coming in, hitting the putts. So that one's very good. That's only a couple of inches short. I know they're not appearing yet on the screen. So I'd get the back 2 golf balls, bring them back. And again, here if you're at home, for more feedback, you can start lining the ball up. So really taking your time to make sure it's lined up and start to see if you are stroking the putter well as working on your pace. You can tick a few boxes with this drill. So 3 so far. So there, I didn't do my routine, so I didn't do the practice swings looking at it. So I'll come in now, straight in. So there, hopefully you can see on the camera, a great roll. End over end, that's just short of the other one again, 4 inches short. So I've got 4. My goal was 5 to 6, so far it's looking pretty good. So 4, this is for 5. So another great roll, that's for 5, a couple of inches short. Now this is for 6. That's bang in line with the other one, just short. So we go again. So I've still got plenty of room to show you here because you can see that at the moment, I'll move this down now for you. I've hit 6 putts and there's still a lot of room to work with. So I haven't lined this one up, but this is for 7. Seven's pretty good there. This is for 8. So 8, and I've still got 2.5 feet left, so we might get to double figures here, which again is very good. So I come on this putting green quite a lot, especially at the moment. So on your carpet, you should be able to start to get good at this. So let's go for 9. Good. And you're seeing, because I'm doing a consistent routine and I'm just taking a little bit of my backswing off each time, I've been very consistent. That's for 10, and it's passed. Didn't get to the double figures. So I've bust. So what I would do then, start again, have another go, try and beat that score, and just keep recording yourself and seeing how good you're doing, how good your pace is becoming, so when you go into the putting green, you're able to do it. So 9 there on that attempt, so making sure that I got the first ball as close to the edge, and then I got shorter, 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 and shorter. So my goal was 5 or 6. If you're doing 10 feet, mid-handicap range, you want to be looking at 6 to 7. If you're a low single-figure handicapper, again, make it as hard as you want. Your goal could be 10 in 10 feet. That's 1 per feet. Good maths, top quality. But now what we're going to do is not just practice putts getting shorter. So obviously on a putting green, you might hit your first putt from 30 feet, and then you've got a shorter putt, obviously. Well, hopefully. But then what we want to do sometimes is you might have a 1 putt on a hole, you might chip up close and not have a putt. So now what we want to do is practice on hitting a longer putt. So first one now, I want to get as close to 4 feet as possible. And then we're going to see how many I can get past that. So first one to 4 feet. Perfect, probably 4.5. Now trying to go past, but you see the routine's the same every time. So I'm now just getting a little bit longer with the stroke. Oof, only just sneaked past that one. So it's a good start because that's 2. But I find this one harder to do. So I'm more consistent at getting shorter, not getting further. So it's a good one to practice all around. You see there, as I was over that ball, I realised that I hadn't done my routine. And you see what that did very quickly. That made it go 2 feet past. So I'm on to 3. But now I need to make sure that I don't rush this. I take my time. And you see how that's much tighter now. That's gone the foot pass that we're looking for. So that's 4. And that is short. So straight away there, only 4 that time, whereas I got 9 when it was working back. So I'll do this one again now, trying to build on just getting that little bit further. So Do this over whatever distance you can. If you can do it on the putting green, great. Obviously at the moment you might not be allowed to practice again, depending what tier you're in. It also might be covered in snow like ours is. So just doing this in the house is going to give you a little bit more concentration on how long your stroke is. So if we're going shorter, we know that your stroke's just going to get a little bit shorter each time. If we're going longer, your stroke's going to get longer. And that will take care of your tempo. The routine then was key. You saw that I had to focus on just hitting it past the ball or just hitting it short of that. And I had a couple of practice swings and then hit the putt. So we're going to be doing a video hopefully next week. Hopefully I might be in some sunshine working, doing some coaching out in Dubai. And if so, we're going to show you different routines that you can go through to help improve this even more. So being consistent there helped me be good on the way back. You see when it went wrong was when I didn't do my practice swing, and on this one I hit one 2-3 foot pass. So just making sure that's consistent each time is going to help you be a better putter, reduce three putts, and hopefully lower your handicap. So guys, thanks for watching. As always, thank you very much for all your comments and everyone wishing me Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and wishing it to Dave. We'd both like to say thank you. We hope you had as good a Christmas as you could. Hope you had a great New Year. And here's to playing a little bit more golf this year. So watch out for Friday. We will have Dave back on the channel. And hopefully Leeds aren't doing too well. But as for now, guys, I'll see you then.